we're here with Abayomi, Carlos, and Melbourne, and we're putting them to work on another group of mangoes, and so let's get started. This is a variety that we're one of the few places that grows it. It's called Ryan, and it's just sort of the end of the season for Ryan, and I'm hoping that this particular variety, this particular mango is going to be okay.
It's checking the boxes of everything.
You can see the juice.
Aesthetics, juice, everything.
Wow. What's the story behind this one?
I do not know the parentage, but it did originate. You know Frank Smathers? You heard that?
That name rings a bell.
Yeah, he had a wonderful piece of property on Biscayne Bay, and he grew mangoes as part of his, like what he did. It was a big chunk of property, and this particular variety originated there. I've not heard what the parentage is, and I'm not sure. Do you know Crafton Cliff?
Name again rings a bell.
He was like a caretaker, managed the tropical fruits down there for Frank Smathers for years, and so he had the tree. I got his phone number and I called him up and I said, "What can you tell me about Ryan?" And he said, "Well, I think you could tell me more about Ryan."
Wow. Okay.
Because I think he worked there for 19 years, and during that time he remembers like one fruit. And our tree here is very productive.
Sure.
So anyway, it's a variety that people are afraid to try out sometimes because they might have the tree that just produces one fruit,
right.
and so but here it's a very popular variety.
Yeah, I've only ever seen it sold at one other place in my time here anyway.
So any thoughts on the taste?
That was good. I mean, you can see the juice just as soon as you put the knife in it, right? The juice is coming out and the smell is coming out, and that's usually pretty strong indicators of. But yeah, it's definitely a good mango.
Yeah, very
definitely
nice.
A good mango.
Good texture to it. Again, a whole bunch of flavors in there. It checks all the boxes.
Does it remind you of any particular variety of mango?
Again,
I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
Limited, my exposure to different types.
It's not like Julie.
Definitely not
it's
like
not
Julie.
like Julie. No. But the flavor level of it's nice. Again, texture. It's not as smooth as the buttercream, but again, it's very juicy. Leaves a nice finish on the palate, and aesthetically appealing mango as well.
To me, it sort of tastes like a lighter, like a fresher cherry with a little bit different consistency, a little different texture. There's like a hint of that kind of flavor in there, but it's hard for me to really put a finger on the flavors that are in there. I mean, it's a very consistent quality for the tree, and the fruit often get much bigger than this, actually.
Wow.
So, interesting variety, but I guess we just have to hope that they do some studies on the genetic studies to see what.
Is it an early fruiting mango or generally latest?
Well, it's pretty much mid-season. There's some years that we get 2 crops on the tree. That was the case last year, and so we just had a lot of Ryan. We had a lot of Ryan this year also, but last year we had a whole lot of Ryan.
That's good.
But yeah, that's good. So I guess we'll head over to this one, which is
Not ringing a bell.
no.
No.
Okay, well it's gonna ring a bell when you taste it.
Probably. Thank you. Oh my gracious.
Thank you.
Oh, this is it right here.
Very good.
Thank you.
Oops. That one right over.
It's got a lot of.
You have more of these?
So you recognize it?
That's coconut cream, right?
Yeah.
My gracious. Blind tasted. See that?
That's typical size for the coconut cream.
Well, they've been various sizes. I think the average for us this year was like about a pound
Yeah.
per fruit.
Yeah, I've definitely seen them bigger than that. But that's just
Yeah, we have some that are about this big,
right.
and they taste great too. So.
Yeah, yeah. The freshness of it, the coconutty flavor is just remarkable.
It's a light flavor to it.
Yeah. See, there's more to the world than Julie, man.
So this is a slightly different ripeness level. Should be slightly,
cream again.
yeah, coconut cream.
Slightly
again.
less ripe.
Slightly less ripe, yes.
Wow, it smells. The room is amazing.
At least that's my intention with that. It seems like it's a little bit firmer.
It is firmer.
That's really, really nice.
Yeah, I
You
think
get
the other one
that
tastes
little
better.
coconut hint in this one.
You like it fully ripe?
Mm.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
when
it's not bad,
Yeah,
but
I like it when it's
it's
slightly
just-
underripe, only because it is so sweet when it is fully
Yeah,
ripe.
there's
and
some
so
people that-
it cuts it back just a little bit on the sugar when it's underripe.
Yeah. That's good. That's
I don't do that with mangoes. I go with the full sweetness.
Yeah. Get the insulin out and go.
I get it. Some are too sweet for some people. I get that.
that was good. Very nice. I
Okay.
understand why everyone likes that one.
Number 10 on my list.
All right.
Does
Does this make the list?
Hawaiian?
I'm thinking ice cream, but it looks pretty clean.
Ice cream.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah, you're that good.
I've been at this for a while, not as long as some of the veterans, but I'm.
Yeah.
I don't
Similar
know.
in shape to
You got
the
that?
little
Oh,
dwarf Hawaiian. Looks a lot like.
This is like. This used to be number 2 on my list, by the way.
It used to
And then
be.
I had-
Then it,
then-
it failed you, and you.
Then
it
Gary
slipped
Zoe
number-
stepped in with
yeah.
all these other things, and I was like, whoa. Just
That's
the
a nice
smell of it. I mean,
Yeah, this is
when have
smell.
you smelled a mango like this? This is just different.
Oh man, there's a lot going on now.
The taste, the
Mm.
smell.
So I used to think this was from Trinidad,
From Tobago, right?
from Tobago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just say Trinidad and Tobago
Right.
cover it all. But yeah.
But somebody from there will very quickly correct you. It's not from Trinidad, it's from Tobago.
Oh, that's good.
Mm. If there's a better mango in Tobago, I'd like to know what it is.
It's good.
So, what do you think of the flavors? Right.
This is a piece of beauty, man. This is like edible artwork.
This is the stage that I like it at, a little bit underripe.
Mm. It's got that like much starchiness to it. It's
That's good.
It's a creaminess actually. It's like creamy.
Yeah, it's got like a little wake up
Hint of spiciness.
flavor right in the beginning,
Mm.
and it's sweet. It's got the creaminess, and at some stages it really does taste like ice cream. You know, because I mean I wasn't not tasting those mangoes early on. I'm like, oh yeah, somebody
about
just
that
came
one.
up with ice cream because they knew they'd sell the mango.
Sure.
But actually, it really does taste like ice cream sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't go wrong with an ice cream.
Definitely a lot of interesting flavors in. It checks all the boxes from a flavor standpoint for sure.
Has it been sketchy for you production wise?
Last 2 years have been pretty good. Last year was better than this year,
Mm.
but there are certain areas of the grove that seem to produce cleaner fruit, and so that came from one of those trees.
Sure.
And it helps that we don't really have a real irrigation system, because if you have all that humidity near the ground, then they end up being pretty spotted.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not used to seeing them so clean as that. That's why I was like, ice cream?
Yeah, sure.
You look so good. But it always tastes good.
This is actually the first fruit from our trees of this variety, and so it seems like this is a little bit young, but we'll try it anyway.
Sure.
This is cotton candy, and just as I said, it was the first one, so you gotta try it. It feels like it's a little firm.
It looks firm, just you cutting it.
Yeah, so well, hopefully it will have some good flavors in it, but I really don't know.
Thank you.
And these can get big too.
Yeah.
Right over here. Right, like double the size of that.
When Quinn knocks it down, we're gonna taste it. Yeah, definitely the flavors are not there yet.
Yeah,
Just
there's nothing
still like-
offensive, but yeah, it's not. You can, at best, you can taste its potential.
Yeah. So we're going to taste that again. Not that same fruit, but
Right.
the same variety. And we'll end with something that's a little more of a sure thing. This is the first year for this particular variety at our grove.
Thank you.
And the variety name is Seacrest.
That looks awesome. Juice. Oh, it smells nice.
It's another one of my favorites.
Yeah, it has a long shelf life, and
That's
it
nice.
seems.
Oh yeah, getting rid of skin.
Very juicy and smooth.
But, yeah, this one tastes better next to the skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah, it's marked with it's fairly thin skin too.
Yes. What I taste is like an orange kind of flavor near the skin.
Definitely.
Maybe.
The skin actually doesn't taste bad at all.
Yeah.
And this variety,
It's
Um,
nice.
and of course our tree is short, but it doesn't seem to bruise when the fruit drops.
That's interesting.
So it's always a plus when you don't have to
Sure.
throw a fruit away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
got a lot going on
That's
inside.
a wonderful fruit.
Seacrest.
The name of the road down the street.
So let's do the rating game here.
Wow. Okay. So we had Seacrest, cotton candy,
Coconut cream,
coconut cream,
ice cream, and
ice cream.
Ryan.
My gracious.
How are you going to rate it?
That's a tough one. So that's like picking children.
because
It's like,
this first one here tastes excellent.
tastes what? Excellent.
well.
That was
yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan.
So we're going to eliminate coconut cream because it's not a good sample.
Right.
So you'll
well,
have,
the first one was good, right?
Yeah.
Remember the
oh,
first
I'm
one?
sorry.
Yeah, the super
sorry,
sweet
wait
one.
a second. Yeah, I we can eliminate the
Well, slightly less ripe.
the cotton candy one
Yes.
because that one was
Yeah.
not developed
Right.
and
Yeah.
it just was lacking the full flavor.
Sure.
So cotton candy is out, and so we have Seacrest, coconut cream, ice cream, and Ryan.
Mercy. Well, yeah, the only way I can do it is in reverse order. So I would put probably Ryan last out of the four, and that doesn't mean worse, just the least good.
The least wonderful.
You know what I mean? Yeah, tough for me to pick between ice cream and coconut cream. I mean, they're both different, but just the qualities were great. Yeah. And Seacrest is just secret. I'm sorry, I just can't pick one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with Seacrest. Only because of that tangerine-y
Yeah, right
kick
next
at
to
the right next to the skin.
Yeah,
That's an extra set of points for that.
yeah, he get
Is
bonus
it number
points
one?
for that.
Yeah. On this table on this day.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, again, the Seacrest, say the best for last is the way I see it. But again, first time experiencing the coconut cream and ice cream. And yeah, you've awakened some taste bud senses I never knew existed with some of those ones. So, yeah, I would say Seacrest, coconut cream, close second, and then the ice cream, and then Ryan fourth.
Well, I will go with the ice cream
All right.
and the coconut. Because the taste that I get from it is something that I never get before.
Yeah.
So I will go with it.
Yeah. It's
We'll go with that.
It doesn't. I mean, you can't think of another mango
No.
that tastes
No.
like it.
No.
It's just in a whole. And you can't even taste another fruit. I mean,
No.
it's just
Unbelievable.
ice cream mango.
Yeah, the
It's-
smell of it is nothing like a mango like that. It's just wonderful.
So anyway, thank you guys very much. I mean, I appreciate that you came all the way to Florida to do the tasting table, but maybe you can catch the mango festival while you're here or something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. It's a real pleasure and taking the time out to spend with us and letting us sample your great fruit.
Oh, well, thank you, and yeah, it's nice to meet you, and I'm glad that you could help with these. It's a dirty job, but somebody
Somebody's
has
gotta
to do it.
That's what I say about farming, right?
Thanks.
Anyway, thanks.